I'm Adam Watson.
I'm Trinity Watson.
This is the Darkslinger Mafia Power Hour.
Where it is not an hour.
Might be.
Might be.
Generation X was more than an hour, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was like an hour and 1 minute.
Dang.
Today, though, we're not going to be looking at a Marvel book. We're going to be looking at the exact opposite. An indie comic that I've never even heard of.
Mm-hmm.
Called Mixtape, issue number 1 by Ardden Entertainment. So, right off the bat, this definitely feels like a setup, but just to warn you, there are no more issues of this that I can find online.
Really?
Yeah. Lone Star lists 1 of 3 in the quantities available, but this is the only issue actually on their website. And usually when it lists something like that, it means issues 2 and 3 were solicited but never came out. So I actually picked this up because it has the name Jock on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jock is a very well-known comic artist.
Okay.
The artist that did the Batman cover where the Joker's made out of all the little bats. You know, it's a really famous image. But I didn't realize that it was J-O-K on this cover. And Jock is J-O-C-K. But still, all the same, picked it up. I do like the look of it. I like the artwork a lot. It's very slice of life. But I had never heard of Ardden, never heard of Mixtape. According to Lone Star, though, Ardden is the same company as one of the relaunches of Atlas. So I think it's the most recent relaunch of Atlas. Okay. When they relaunched in like 2010, 2011, something like that. They have issues listed both under Atlas and Ardden for things that were published around that time by Atlas. So I'm just going to say they're probably the same company. As you can tell right away, though, this has a lot to do with music. So looking at the cover, or the inside of the cover there, it says the editor-in-chief is Mike Grell, right?
Mm-hmm.
That makes me even more surprised that I didn't know anything about this. You know who Mike Grell is, right?
What does Mike Grell work on?
So he did probably the greatest run of Green Arrow of all time. Long-time writer of Warlord. You've heard of Warlord, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whole lot of other stuff. Mike Grell was very prolific in like the 80s. Maybe a little bit less now, but still incredibly important to comics. So if Mike Grell was editor-in-chief, I'm just really shocked that I've never heard of this.
Yeah.
But Brad Abraham is a writer, and Marco Gervasio and Jock do the art. I probably did not pronounce those correctly, but that's okay. So first thing we see in this is a box of old mixtapes. Cassette mixtapes. So you know that this has got to be old because even in like 97, 98, we were starting to do like mixtapes on burned CDs.
Mm-hmm.
So we did do cassette mixtapes in like 91, 92, 90, you know, that era, which is when this is set in 1990. I really like the use of blacks in this.
Yeah.
Everything about that looks good. The sound effects in this, though, I'm trying to figure out. Like what, it looks like a paint can. What is plicking right there?
That might be like roof dripping or something.
Oh, so it's supposed to be like, oh, it's a shed, a garage. Okay.
Yeah,
because it's got the screwdrivers on the wall, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's like old rundown garage or, yeah.
Yeah.
Crawl space beneath the basement. So it's most likely like some kind of roof leak or something.
Yeah, we got the mixtapes, the Pixie shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly setting up for some sort of big payoff.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't think the payoff was set up for this issue. It was set up to like pay off in issue number 3, something like that.
Yeah.
And that doesn't happen. Every time one of the characters is introduced, it states what music they listen to.
Yeah.
Music plays a huge part in this.
Yeah.
One of the things about the lettering that I noticed right away in this, they do the crossbar I, no matter what.
The crossbar?
Yeah, any professional letterer will tell you, do not use the crossbar I for anything other than I or I'm, anything like that.
Oh.
Don't use it in the middle of words like ride right here has a crossbar eye. There's so many instances where they use the crossbar eye. Adrian, Kennedy, Katie's friend, all of them have the crossbar eye, right?
What's wrong with it?
It makes it more difficult to read the words.
Really?
Yeah. I'm sure initially the reason is that when printing technology wasn't as good as what it is now, the eye had more of a possibility of running together with something else. You know, like the Comics Code Authority, one of the banned words was flick.
Flick.
Uh-huh.
Huh.
Kind of gives you an idea of how with the older printing technology words might start running together, right?
Yeah.
So I think the initial idea behind it was you didn't want to use it because it might run together with the other letters in the word. Nowadays, it just looks weird when somebody uses it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it might just be because I'm younger and I'm used to newer, like, books and things like that. But I find it, you know, it's not too jarring to read or anything.
I'm not going to say it's too jarring, but it's something that sticks out to me right away.
Right.
It sticks out to me that it's not quite a professional quality, but at the same time, the quality is quite high.
Mm.
Everything about the way that the blacks look, you know, the radio looks really good, all of that. But at the same time, there are little things like this that could be cleaned up a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in the story, his friend's talking him into going to a party that he doesn't want to go to.
Mm-hmm.
And he needs to stop and pick up a girl he doesn't want to pick up for the most shallow reason, because she's fat, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then he gets there to pick her up, and it turns out
she's not fat anymore.
Right? So, yay, rejoice. Now he gets to ride with the girl he finds attractive, right?
Right.
And to make it even better, she's into the music he likes.
Mm-hmm.
One of his favorite bands is listed as the Pixies. She just happened to just get back from London where she saw the Pixies.
Mm-hmm.
So everything about the artwork looks really good. For this sort of slice of life comic, I think the art is working tremendously well.
Yeah, I love it. It's like kind of out of the ordinary. If it were like if the dynamics of it were pushed like a little bit farther, I could see this being like a slave labor art style, you know?
Oh, I could easily have seen this being published by slave labor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe if it were published a few years before, because I'm not sure if slave labor was actually still publishing books.
Really?
By the time this came out, yeah.
Mm.
I think that they're actually still around, but just selling like T-shirts and things like that. Yeah, I don't think they actually do anything in terms of publishing comics anymore, and I don't think they would have been by this point, but I could be wrong about that.
Yeah.
Whatever the case, he reluctantly goes to the party, and at the party it continues a trend of telling you what everyone's favorite music is. Mm-hmm. And for the most part, it's just stuff that you would have heard on the radio back then.
Yeah, it's
or had friends who were into.
Yeah, it's nothing my generation would know.
Really?
I have so many friends where like I don't listen to whatever this guy listens to. I don't listen to.
He listens to the Beastie Boys. You know who the Beastie Boys are, right?
Well, yeah, but I only listen to the cover that Jonathan Davis and Corey Taylor did of Sabotage live.
Okay.
So,
you don't know who NXS is?
I don't know them, but I know who Depeche Mode and New Order are.
Okay. Strange that you know who New Order is, but you don't know who NXS is.
Exactly. See, my generation doesn't know most of this stuff.
All right, fair. Yeah, so this guy, the music that he listens to is stuff that you won't hear about until a year from now. Mm-hmm. That reminds me of a friend I had in high school.
Yeah. He was early to all of the trends.
Early, and then he'd leave it as soon as it became a trend. Like in 97, I think Eminem had not hit yet. Mm-hmm. I think, if I recall correctly. We were going somewhere, and he had a burned CD of Infamous, which was like Eminem's pre-Dr. Dre signed album. And he's like, you gotta listen to this. This is gonna be the biggest rapper of all time. What is it? Eminem. I'm like, that's not a name for a rapper. That's a candy. What are you talking about? No. You gotta listen to this. He's gonna be the biggest rapper of all time. Well, like look at Eminem's career.
Mm.
He was correct. However, after the Slim Shady LP, he pretty much just ducked out because he's like, oh, he's too big now. Can't listen to him anymore. Yeah.
Yeah. I know who all these bands are.
Let's see, what are the bands there?
The Smiths, The Cure, The Clash, Kate Bush, and Madonna.
Do you only know who Kate Bush is because of the resurgence through Stranger Things?
No. What?
Because the Kate Bush song is used in the latest season of Stranger Things, and it became like a big hit on Spotify again.
No, because my mom listens to it.
Your mom probably listens to her because of the Stranger Things connection.
Oh, probably. I haven't watched the new season of Stranger Things. I'm behind.
Yeah, all the kids got into her, which is funny because she had pretty much died out by the time I was like, I don't know, 12, 13, something like that.
Dang.
I don't remember anybody really talking about her at that point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so then they're going through the party, doing, talking, catching up with their friends.
It does a good job throughout this.
Of, like, he's eating morning glory seeds, but he's actually eating sunflower
Yeah, so I have
seeds,
friends like that too. That also reminded me of some friends I had. In 8th grade, one of my friends would constantly sell one of my other friends ground up oregano and tell him it was pot.
Really?
Yeah, and the next day he'd come to school without fail every day telling everybody how messed up he was off it, right?
Dang.
And everybody knew it was oregano except for him. He's like the only one who didn't know it.
Okay.
And he just kept buying it thinking it was pot.
Yeah.
But the other friend probably made a killing off of because oregano couldn't have been more than like a couple bucks per bottle back then.
Yeah.
He probably stole the seasoning from his parents too. So
Dang.
what I don't know is how he got it to light, if he actually did that part.
Oh, it's super easy to get herbs to light. Like,
yeah?
Yeah.
I've never tried to light oregano on fire, so.
Yeah, I have some weird witch friends, so
all right,
they burn all kinds of things. It might be a cover for them being pyromaniacs, though.
I'm thinking that's probably the case.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so in any case, one of the things I really like throughout these scenes is you get to know all of the characters to some degree very, very quickly, even if you're not sure who's saying what.
Yeah.
But it feels kind of like a rapid pace, almost like how you remember high school,
Mm-hmm.
I was never much for going to parties. I'm still not much for going to parties.
Mm-hmm.
But whether or not you went to parties, you know that everything from that time period is incredibly fast-paced in your memory,
Yeah.
Even now, when we go to the bars or whatever after conventions, it's still like that.
Yeah.
But not quite the same way as high school where your attention span is less.
Mm-hmm. It's sad because as soon as he sees like the girl that he's super attracted to, he drops the mixtape stuff. He's like, who cares? She's back.
Oh,
like
yeah.
a little puppy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He forgets.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's pretty obvious right away that he's into her.
Mm-hmm.
Then her older sister comes along and scares him off. But she wants to go. She's too old to be hanging out at this party.
Yeah. She thinks it's for losers, which she's not wrong.
And then back to the girl who he brought to the party.
Mm-hmm. The one that he's super not into or anything now that she's not fat.
Right.
Or no, this one is the one that's
oh yeah,
into
she's
class.
actually drawn similarly to the other girl. I confused him a few times when I was reading it.
Yeah, it doesn't help that like the story is black and white.
Yeah.
Like doing all black and white definitely has its perks, but it also can definitely mess
if
things
you
up
have any similarity
design-wise.
between characters.
Yeah.
Coloring helps a lot.
Yeah, so like having both of these characters be short-haired and everything, similar facial features. Like she has freckles, yes, but also like her main silhouette is very similar.
Yeah.
So
She's not dressed the same or anything like that, but the way her face is drawn,
mm-hmm.
the shape of it is similar enough.
Yeah.
That I got confused on that a few times.
Yeah.
But
this is
in terms
girl.
of an introduction in the first issue, it works pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
And I do like that the sound effects are used sparingly and used to good effect instead of overused like they often are.
Yeah.
The slam of the door,
Clicking things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's nice. And like the way it's done and everything kind of goes with
Right.
The art style and everything.
Yeah, and then she finds out he's not actually with the other girl he was talking to.
Mm-hmm. And she's of course into him.
Right.
So we got a little bit of romance cliches going on.
Right. She kisses him
thing,
in the rain in the car.
Yeah, they make fun of that. She gets freaked out because he's trying to go too fast for her, and
right. Tells him stop. He does.
Mm-hmm.
So didn't go to any bad places there.
Yeah, she clearly.
And then he's clearly been ghosting her or something. There were no cell phones back then.
Yeah.
So he honestly just might not have been home every time. But she tells him that she's been calling him several times and has brought him a present, a pixie shirt, the one that we saw at the very beginning of this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
But he wants to break up with her before they're even together, which I can also relate to. That happens in high school.
Yeah. Especially when, he's 2 years ahead of her.
He's a year ahead of her.
Oh, he's a year?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's a year ahead of her. That's, there's a gap.
It's actually reasonable for him to think that it may not work out. Yeah, I really like all the foliage with the buildings.
Yeah, I very much enjoy, all of the background stuff, in here, how, he has the bookshelf and everything, how the silhouettes of the drawings are done. It's not distracting or anything. It's nice.
Yeah, I don't really have any complaints about anything in the artwork or the writing for that matter, with the exception of maybe some missing commas or punctuation, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Could have used a little bit more editing when it came to any of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
The lettering itself is pretty good. It could use some improvements, but overall the lettering is pretty good.
Yeah.
I do think that they should have taken out the crossbar eyes everywhere. Maybe used a slightly smaller font.
Right.
The font does kind of seem distractingly big at times.
Yeah, the word balloons themselves seem very big too.
Yeah.
Because this Call Me doesn't have to be so big, and
right.
all of this dialogue.
I'm actually thinking they didn't letter this with Illustrator.
Mm-hmm.
So the one thing that makes me think, oh, maybe they did is you see the tell here. I don't know if there are any programs that could do that other than Illustrator, right?
I'm not sure.
But when you look here, you'll notice that it's just kind of a pre-made balloon. It's just kind of hanging there.
Mm-hmm.
Same with this. And this has the exact same tell on it that this balloon has, this balloon, this one, this. They all have the exact same tells, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're all pointed in the same way, which makes it look like they might just be pre-made balloons. Mm-hmm. And you'll notice oftentimes the tells don't actually point at the mouth. Yeah. Like this one, if we're reading this very literally, then his eyeball is saying this whole paragraph right here, right?
Yeah.
And her eyeball is saying that.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I'm not going to take it that literal. This is an independent comic after all.
Yeah.
But if you're looking for ways to improve things, that's definitely one of them that could be improved. Because the lettering is just okay. It's better than my first efforts, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that's the one thing that kind of makes this look a little less professional.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of everything else, it all looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the one thing, the stiffness of this cardstock cover.
Yeah. It's hard to grab.
I understand the urge to increase your paper stock, do all that kind of stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, as a distributor, I can tell you, it doesn't increase your sales.
Mm-hmm.
Having cardstock covers, having thicker paper stock on the interior, none of that actually increases your sales, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cardstock paper does make it all that much more difficult to read, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's just my opinion, but
yeah, for me it makes it harder to hold and
right.
harder to flip through. It definitely doesn't help with how like it the page like it holds the pages and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when it
disagree
ends,
with you.
it doesn't end with any sort of resolution to what the beginning set up.
Yeah.
So it just ends with him just standing there after she's got pissed off and left.
Yeah.
So that really makes me think this was in fact supposed to be 3 issues or maybe even more. And unfortunately only went 1. It's really unfortunate because this is actually quite good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then this ad though, the Comeback Kings, the most talked about indie smash hit of the year, only from Ardden Entertainment. I'm going to call bullshit on that.
Mm-hmm.
The most talked about indie smash hit of the year. I was alive during this time period. I don't remember anyone talking about this. Yeah, that's a bullshit ad. Then Flash Gordon. So the interesting thing is about Ardden or Atlas, and I'm going to say this is Atlas because over here we have Atlas original comics that are being advertised. Phoenix and Wolf, I know, were Atlas comics in the first iteration of non-Marvel Atlas. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So Atlas, if you don't know, was one of the original names for Marvel.
Yeah.
And then the guy who was the son of Goodman, the owner of Marvel, he had been promised editor-in-chief, and it went to Stan Lee, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he starts Atlas to directly compete with Marvel, and named it after one of Marvel's previous names, right?
Mm-hmm.
It didn't really work then. I don't think it worked now because I don't think this actually stuck around for any time.
Yeah.
They do have some pretty good names working in these, though.
Mm-hmm.
Kelly Jones, Tony Isabella, Steve Niles. Steve Niles was really big at this time period.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know who those people are, right? Steve Niles did 30 Days a Night. Yeah, oh
Is
yeah,
that
it
the
says under him.
It says under him, yes.
But
Yeah, I know
whatever the
these
case,
people.
Ardden also published like a Casper series.
Really?
Yeah, it looks like they were actually trying to relaunch Casper into something for, I guess, the 2011s. But to be honest, it looked more like it was trying to relaunch it for 1997.
Yeah.
But, you know,
That's
you got
kind
to
of-
try occasionally, right?
Yeah, that's kind of the time period Casper's stuck in, I feel.
No, Casper stuck in like the 50s, the 60s.
Oh, yeah, no, that's true. You're
Yeah.
right.
So they were trying to update it more for like the audience that existed when this came out.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks more like kids who wore Jankos would find it appealing, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's like 97 through 99 is when it looks like it should have came out.
Mm-hmm.
All the same, though, must not have done too tremendously well because it only went 3 issues, which is 2 more than this one went.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen that Casper comic outside of researching this, though.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the first time I've seen this. I was just curious who Ardden was. I had never heard of him before.
All right. Well, I'll
Wanted
be
to
sure
know.
to keep my eye out for more.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe this will make a comeback somehow, Kickstarter or something like that. It'd be interesting to see where it goes. I'd like to read the rest of it.
Yeah.
You got anything else?
Nope.
All right, let's go make some comics. We are extremely excited to announce the Comics Mainstream is now carrying the newly relaunched Heavy Metal magazine. Issues number 1 and 2 are currently available for retailer purchase through our website, as well as being available at all of our spinner rack locations. We are currently accepting pre-orders for issue number 3. Let's just take a quick look at all the different cover options. So this is a Frank Frazetta cover for issue number 1. This is a blank cover, which is currently sold out at the distribution level. Some of our spinner rack locations may still have copies. The Grant cover. Hildebrandt cover. Janevsky. Lotte. And for issue number 2, Brahm. Janevsky. And Riley. These issues are selling quick. Tell your retailer to order through Comics Mainstream before all copies are gone. Copies are still available via our spinner racks while supplies last.